There's a lot of public information when it comes to getting the most out of FIFA 22 Ultimate Team. Pro players will show you the best way to play, whereas traders will show you the best way to trade, but both are holding back information. So today, I'm sharing secret tips that the top FIFA players won't tell you. But before we do get into the video, if you're looking to get some very easy coins, then there is no better place than Meal Factory. Head over there to get yourself some cheap, fast FIFA 22 coins, completely reliable, and if you use Fnatic 5 at checkout, you'll also get yourself a 5% discount. Link can be found in the description down below. Getting back into the video, the secret tips that we're going through will mainly be about trading. It's not right for me to give tips on gameplay because I'm an awful player. I'm fairly decent at trading and can give actual steps so that you can get the most out of your ultimate team. So let's actually get into this. Number one, you don't need to know every single trading method. I know, it seems like every other day you should be using a different type of trading method because a lot of FIFA content creators will tell you to do so. Even here on this channel, I've thrown together loads of different videos. In fact, 99% of the videos on this channel are about trading, with a lot of them showing different ways in which you can use a trader method. The reason that I go and show so many is because I want you to be able to know exactly which one is best for you. You really do only need to have 2 or 3 methods at the most, plus on top of that, a way in which you can invest consistently. And this is only so that if one of those methods all of a sudden stops working, which does happen, you can move on to those other methods that you have and you know that you can use. The second tip, you don't need to own the best players in the game to do well in Ultimate Team. If you go into a FUT match and you came up with a team which includes Ronaldo, Pele, Neymar, Johan Cruyff, Huller, all of the most expensive players that you can find within Ultimate Team, it is absolutely insane. But the truth is, you really don't need them. In fact, for a lot of them, you will be doing just as well with their normal cards compared to their more expensive and higher rated cards. Let's take Mbappe for example. Gold Mbappe right now on Xbox is worth about 100k, maybe just a bit less, but just to make the numbers easy, we're going to round it up to be 100k. His 97 rated team of the season on Xbox is worth 4 million coins. Now, without question, the team of the season is better than his gold card. It will perform better in game and you'll find it a lot easier to score goals, make passes, with there being less error. But once we actually look at the price tag, it's 40 times more expensive. I'll tell you right now, that player isn't 40 times better. See, with these players, because of the attention around them, it does mean that they're going to have an insanely high price, but you also have a diminishing return when it comes to how good they are in game. EA can't make these players absolutely amazing that every single time that you come up against them, they're going to absolutely destroy you, scoring in every possible way, because they still need the game to be balanced. Tip number 3. Specific trading methods shown in YouTube videos won't work as well when you actually implement them. You can follow the method down to a T and it just won't work as well. And most content creators know this. Let's say a content creator is looking for a sniping filter which will be used within their next video. They'll trial and error loads of different filters, eventually coming across one which performs way better than the rest. That method is a method. That method itself does work. Then the time in which they're recording that video, push that video live and thousands of people see it, that video now doesn't work as well because there are potentially thousands of people trying it all at the exact same time. Even if that content creator doesn't have a huge reach and there's only 10-20 people that watch that video, all it takes is one extra person to do it at the exact same time in which someone else is doing it, and it becomes twice as hard. This is why I try to make my methods as broad as possible. I will lay out a method showing you exactly how I find different types of players, and then I let you use that exact same method whilst leaving a few things open for your interpretation. Now, as for other content creators, they're not trying to screw you over. They are trying to make your life as easy as possible by giving you the best possible trading methods that they're currently using. Just know when you try to copy it exactly, it's going to be slightly harder than what is shown in that original video. The next tip, there's not a perfect time to trade or invest. Me personally, I do like to trade around 6 PM UK time because this is when there is the most amount of people playing. Makes it easier for me to actually win trades because there's more players listed onto the transfer market. But that doesn't mean that it is the best overall for trading as a whole. It works well for the methods that I use, but other methods would work a lot better when there isn't as many players listed because you can list them at a higher price. It's best not to sit around and wait for the perfect time to trade, but in fact just trade when you can actually get around to trading. It's also the exact same with investing. There's so many times when we come up to opportunities where a lot of people are looking to invest. Normally this is after a massive promo such as Team of the Season, where people are waiting for players to hit rock bottom where they can buy back the team that they had originally, the team that they sold off before Team of the Season. And I'll be honest with you, I don't know where the bottom of the market is. It's so hard to predict. All you need to do is make sure that you are selling before these massive events and buying back after. You don't need to be hitting at the very top of the market when you are trying to sell these players, and you don't need to be buying back at the very bottom. As long as there's a difference between them, you're in a good position and you made the right call. And number 5. Any profit is good profit. It goes without saying that we would all like to buy into just one player, list them on the transfer market, and make hundreds of thousands of coins in profit for that day and just be done. But the truth is, 99% of us won't ever make a trade like this. But the thing is, most of you don't need to. If you can consistently buy a player and just make 100 coins profit, yes, those 100 coins by itself will not be able to buy you anything in game. But as long as you keep on doing it over and over again, you will be able to make thousands, hundreds of thousands, millions of coins depending how long you go through it. And that may seem like an impossible task. It really isn't. Bear in mind that we have FIFA 22 for a full year until a next FIFA rolls around, in which we have that one for a whole year. During that time span, you could do this as many times as possible, and that's the majority of the ways that I trade. Just doing small profits here and there, and just gradually over time they all build up. And number 6, you only need to have one team plus a bench. There used to be a day within FIFA where fitness was a problem, and every single time that you would play a game with your current team, your players would lose their fitness gradually over time. That's when you would bring in a fitness team to swap out so that you can rest your players on the bench, get their fitness back up to 99 and go again. Those days are over. You don't need to have any other teams. You just need to have your main team. If you try to have multiple teams, you're really not reaching your potential. You could sell those players to buy an even better team, or you can sell those players and keep your current team, but then use those coins that you've just managed to get to trade and build up your coin balance even more. It really is a waste having multiple teams, considering you can't play with all of them at the exact same time. Number 7, be cautious about your spending. This does kind of roll back to that previous point in what players you're buying for your team, because if you start having to build a second team, then it is pointless, but it does cross over into packs and SBCs. There's so many people that make the mistake of buying packs with coins, hoping that they're going to be that lucky one, but they never are. If you're thinking about opening packs with coins, just know that you're going to have nothing towards the end. Even for big moments such as Team of the Season, where there's so many special cards, me using 1 million coins to buy into those packs, I only got 1 or 2 Team of the Season, and the Team of the Seasons that I did get were worth about 10-20k. They were at the bottom of the barrel. And once I sold all of those players on, I probably made about 250 to about 300k in total, meaning that I lost around 60 to 70% of my overall coins. But it isn't just packs. SBCs are also there to take your coins and leave you with a player which sometimes you may use, but the majority of the time you won't. Only complete SBCs around players that you know you're going to play with, or they have sentimental value. That way, in the future, you're never going to look back and think, damn, I regret buying that player. Number 8, it's a waste having a large club. What I mean by this is if you go into your ultimate team, you go over to your player search and you go through and there's a list of loads and loads of different players, you're really not making the most out of your potential. You could yet again sell all of those players to build a much better team, or you can use those to start trading to work on bigger trading methods. If they're tradable, you should get rid of them. And it isn't just about players, it can also cross over to consumables. With consumables, there is no limit on how many you can store into your club. And if you're someone that does go through squad battles, division rivals, FUT Champions playoffs, the FUT Champions final, and also play through draft, you've opened a hell of a lot of packs. There's a lot of rewards there. It's easy to store everything to your club thinking that one day you're going to need it, when in actual fact, you're never going to need it. Tip number 9. No matter if you're someone that is an expert trader or if you're someone that enjoys playing matches, you should be investing. Investing is the whole idea of getting your coins to work for you rather than you working for your coins. A simple investment method where you buy into the latest promos just before they're taken out of packs, and you get those which are the cheapest or those that are in the top 5 major leagues, being Premier League, Serie A, Liga 1, Bundesliga and La Liga. You will just buy those players, store them to your club, wait a few weeks to even a few months, and by the time you look to go and check their price again, they could have very easily doubled. And all of that happened whilst you were still playing the game to build up your coin balance. And the final tip for this video, despite what FIFA content creators will tell you, including myself, where we go through the best ways to make the most out of Ultimate Team with playing a variety of different game modes, you really don't have to. You don't really need to play through division rivals, play through the FUT Champions playoffs, play your 20 matches of Weekend League, complete all squad battle matches, spend time completing objectives, go through SBCs to build up your club, and also trade with a few investment methods on the side. Go through what you enjoy the most. I do recommend investing no matter whether or not you're someone that plays matches or trading, as the previous point suggests, but more than anything, just go through and play the game modes that you enjoy. Do the things that you enjoy the most, because that's going to give you much more longevity on this game rather than burning yourself out trying to do all the things that you simply do not enjoy. Even if that means going against my advice or other content creators' advice to get the most to reach your potential, by all means do it. Because you playing longer and having fun is going to be so much better than playing the most efficient way as possible, but it's sucking the life out of this game. If you do have any questions about anything, then please feel free to leave them in the comment section down below. Anyway guys, I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did enjoy, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. But for now, I'm going to see ya.